Hello, hello, everybody. Come on into the virtual room. Come on in, come on in. Whoop, whoop. We'll give everybody a couple minutes here to join us for our latest update. Do, 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 do. Pew, 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 pew. As you're coming in, as usual, say hello. John Pinkney, good to see you. Jaden, good to see you. Sister White, Deaconess Cakeley, Sister Dews, Deaconess Zachary. Thank y'all for chiming in. Just a heads up tonight, we will not be long because we are exhausted. We's tired, y'all. And we have to be up early in the morning and out to catch a flight back to Addis Ababa. Um, Tomorrow is just a travel day, so there won't be anything new to update you on tomorrow. So that means we can update you tomorrow on everything today. So we're going to check in, give you a little bit of flavor of what today was about, and then we're going to go to sleep. It is after 10 o'clock here. Of course, it's 10:18 p.m. We have to be out and on our way to the airport at 7:30 a.m. Um, and so, like I said, tomorrow night we'll be able to hopefully um, give you more of an in-depth update on our experience on today, because today was loaded. I mean, we have so much to share with you on today's experiences, on the work that's being done here, the impact it's already having on the lives of families, particularly of children and mothers. Um, Sister White says, it looks like you've had a hard day.
It's been a good day, long day. I'm ready to see that pillow.
Yeah, yeah. I think really it's a culmination of the days. Yesterday was taxing emotionally, physically. Today was not as a physically taxing day. Like, I think the hardest thing we did physically was play soccer with the kids. As far as from an a physical um, aspect, but emotionally it was quite a day. Um, so what we can do is kind of tell you a synopsis of the day, but then tomorrow we'll go into details of the experience, because we met with several different groups today. Uh, the one of the group, now keep in mind again, for those who may have missed part of the update yesterday or the update yesterday, um, we're staying over an hour away from the villages that we are working with and seeing, and visiting, and seeing the vision for, and the path to get there. Well, today, the villages we went to, the path was even rougher. I don't think I've ever traveled on a road like we traveled today. And if it had rained, we would have been in trouble. There's just no way we would have been able to get to the sites we went to today, um, if it would have been muddy like it was yesterday. But with that said, the first program was a program that teaches mothers how to source food and prepare it properly for their children. Um, this is the tease for this, and tomorrow we'll go into the details on it. But here, and I don't think we told this part yesterday, a lot of parents don't give a name to their children until they're 5 years of age. And the reason for that is they basically don't believe or have a lot of hope or faith that their children are going to live. That's how malnourished they are. So they end up passing away. And so they don't even give them a name until basically they're school age. Um, there is a program that we'll talk about tomorrow that is addressing that, and you're going to want to hear about it. You're going to want to hear about it. Um, so yeah. Did you want to say anything else about that?
It was wonderful being present with the mothers and their babies. We got to see 16 moms and their children there, um, and really got to experience the work that they're doing, the teaching they're receiving, and how they're putting that into practice. So, yeah, we'll unpack. It's a lot to unpack there, but we'll do that
A
tomorrow.
lot to unpack there. We went from there to another two groups that's all about economic empowerment, and you're going to want to hear that story about how these women are being liberated and learning how to um, make money, budget money, and essentially create their own banking system that they have done to the point where they're getting loans, have emergency funds. Like it is, they essentially have created their own credit union, and that they're managing, functioning, and is creating liberation for their families as well as themselves. So we'll talk about that in depth. We got to really hear from them, their experience, and what it's doing and impact it's having on their families. We were able to meet with faith leaders here, the local faith leaders who have gone through different training through World Vision that is helping with inclusivity and addressing social justice issues. Um, like what we talked about yesterday about specific groups and classes being excluded, and so we met with them, and then we got to meet the kids that chose the members, certain members of our church. We met with our child, who blessed our souls, and we got to meet with several of your children. As a matter of fact, there are a few of you because I actually had reception up there at the AP where I actually was able to FaceTime a couple of our members with their children, and completely bless them. And so that was pretty neat. So that was that, and lots of tears, lots of hugs, lots of singing and dancing
Mm-hmm.
as the families rejoiced of what this moment meant. Um, Many expressions of love. What was really neat was how many of the families that we got to meet and the kids that we got to meet and our team, because we've got so many of our members here, where we get pictures of all of this. So for some of you, of course, it wasn't all of those who were chosen because we had, I think, over 30 this trip. But it was definitely a good couple handful that we were able to get a more personal experience with. So we'll be able to share that with you individually as well as collectively. And then we spent this evening as a team really reflecting. Of course, Pastor Murray and First Baptist, they fly out tomorrow, or he flies out tomorrow, heading back, as well as Pastor King and Zion Baptist. So yeah, all that's happening. And of course, we stay because we fly back to Addis Ababa and then we fly up to Tigray um, on Saturday to then check in on all the kids that chose us as their sponsors from last year. So we'll be up there getting an update on everything in that environment, and we'll be able to meet with our child. And yeah, so that's kind of recap. I know we summarized a lot. We'll go into really unpacking the phenomenal, life changing work that's happening, the families we got to meet with, those that we got to talk with, the religious leaders that we got to meet and pray with, just all of this work. Since we gave you a synopsis today, we'll be able to go into the greater details tomorrow. But we's gonna sleep tonight because we need it. Our bodies really need to rehabilitate. Um, this it's a pretty intense, our schedules. We're up really early, we're on the road, and we we're on like pretty much until we get back to the hotel. We all fall asleep from exhaustion somehow, as bumpy as the roads are, which are so bumpy that, like, I mean, Think in your mind of how bumpy a road would be that you travel on and multiplies it times 100. And that's like no joke, no exaggeration. That's how bad it is. We were all so exhausted coming back today that pretty much everybody was falling asleep, waking up on big, huge bumps that jar you, you know, out of your out of your resting place, and then just finding a way to go back to sleep. Um, but it's all for the glory of God and for the transformation of many families and lives, and it is life giving. This experience is unlike anything. We've been here before and have experienced some of it, and it's still unbelievable. So, anything to add, dear?
No, we'll talk more tomorrow.
My baby's tired, y'all. I got to put her to sleep. Sleep. We got to put her to sleep. Sleep.
Today was an amazing day, though. Started my day with the most awesome sunrise outside of our
Yeah.
on our balcony here where we are.
Check my stories on Facebook or Instagram. Facebook won't let the music play because it didn't sync with copyright infringement, which is a trip since it's the same company, but whatever. So Facebook has the words of the song. Instagram has the music as well, but it's in my stories. You can click on that. It's not on the churches. It's on my personal stories on Instagram or Facebook. So you have to go to Pastor B on Instagram. You search for me on Facebook if you want to see it. But there's a picture of the sunrise happening, and it is gorgeous because where the hotel is right on where two lakes are and a mountain in the middle. And so Yaz really got to see it, and then I rushed out there to capture it. It is gorgeous. So hopefully tomorrow the weather will be uh, amenable for us to catch one more awesome sunrise here in southern Ethiopia, as we will be leaving it and heading to Addis Ababa. And the northern terrain is totally different. It does not look like this. So this will be the last sunrise we get to see like this in the foreseeable future right now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, until we're back. We're back.
All right,
All right.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need rest. You're right. We're going.
But we are climbing Jacob's ladder. Yeah. I'm going to let her get some rest. I'm not even going to be an irritant to her tonight, to the best of my ability.
Well, thank you for joining us for this brief update, and we will talk to you tomorrow.
Love everybody. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your well wishes. Thank you for being the amazing church family and friends that you are. And Lord willing, we will see you tomorrow night here, afternoon there. Expect around the same time, probably 10:30-ish our time, which is 2:30-ish.
3:30.
3:30?
Mm-hmm.
3:30. What time is it there, y'all? Is it 3:30 now? If it's 3:30 now, that's
Oh
what I'm
my
talking
gosh. Good night.
about. Okay, good night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.